Okay, I decided to start off just drilling a small hole for the laser module without an adjuster. And I'm going to install that in there using just my own sort of wedges and make a minimalist approach. Later, I can always bore it out and put in the other adjuster if I feel like it's not going to work out. So this is my setup here. Got it on the drill press, and I'm getting ready to drill. I'm going to drill a smaller hole first, and then go back with a larger one because I'm drilling it there's a slope here. So now I'll just go back and put in the larger bit. And I'll test it with the laser, see if it'll fit in the hole there. That's pretty good. And so I can, inside I can do some wedging and might take some fiddling around, but I'll be able to get that laser centered, I'm pretty sure. It'll take some work, but it'll be minimalist. So there you go. I'll show you the next step in just a second. Hey, I'm working here with the Marlin Model 795, and I've got it locked down on the bench. I'm going to fire a few rounds through it and then take the rifle apart while I keep the stock in place, so I can then install a laser into the front of the stock and adjust the laser to the point of impact of the bullets. And so what I'm using these they're called CV caps. I guess that's what we used to call them, although on this particular box it doesn't say CV anywhere on it. But it's basically a 22 long rifle cartridge without any gunpowder. I believe it's just primer powered. So they're very quiet and low powered. And I've got downrange, I've got a 3/4 inch piece of plywood. It probably won't even penetrate it. It might stick into the front of it, but that's about the extent of it. And so I've got the gun here is hot melt glued in the front here to this piece of wood that's held by a vise. And I've got a stock being held by a vise in the back here. And then I've got this dial indicator that I'm going to use to hold the laser while I'm adjusting it. And I've also got the table hot melt glued to the floor temporarily, so everything's kind of as stable as I can get it. Although it doesn't really matter that much because since I'm attaching the laser to the stock and not the rifle barrel, there's always going to be a little bit of wiggle room there. I'm just trying to get it as close as possible. And for what I'm doing, the two-gun rimfire competitions, it's not precision firing, it's rapid firing, and as long as you get them in the general vicinity, about like that, you're doing fine. And so that's what I'm going to do here. I've got the laser. I've already attached a little stick to it, and I'm going to use that to position the laser using this dial indicator holder once I get it in place. So right now I'm going to go ahead and fire a few of these rounds here. Like I say, they're very quiet and low powered. It almost sounds like a pellet gun. Of course, this gun has a magazine disconnect, so I have to install the magazine. And let me get this door here. I'll do a few rounds and then take the gun apart. Just want to make sure the sight was kind of where I needed it to be. That's one round. Well, the gun does move around a little bit. Hopefully it settles back into the same position. I'll load another one in there. Fire again. Yeah, the bullets actually almost touching each other. I'll do one more. Get an average of 3. Actually, I think a pellet gun is louder than this. The bolt clicking is about the same loudness as the bullet. So I've got three in a row in there. It looks like they're about a 1/4 inch pattern there. That's pretty good. So now I'm going to go ahead and shut the door back here, and we'll take the gun apart, take the stock off, and position the laser on there. Yeah, these CV bullets are pretty handy for doing stuff like this, where you can test whether the action's working and stuff like that without actually having to be at the range. And when I get done with this, I'll show you what the bullets did downrange as far as their power and what the accuracy of it. Mechanism of the gun removed. Set that aside. I want to show you also, this one here was pretty handy. I used a Dremel with this bit right here to hog out some of the inside here to make clearance for the LED laser module. So now I'll, using a 5-volt power supply, I'm just going to bring that in here and run it up in here a few times so it won't get away from me. And get the laser put in. And hook it up. I guess before I turn it on, it might be a good idea to physically get control of it. Use a clamp here to clamp the 2 steel pieces together to make it a little more. You get one solid piece here. That's about where I want it to be in the front there. Hopefully, if I'm lucky, she's dead on, but rarely that lucky. So I've got the laser working. I'm going to go check out where it's hitting now and do some tweaking here. So here's a shot of the laser beam, and it's pretty much covering all 3 of the rounds that I fired. And I'll remove the paper later, and you can actually see the back of the slugs in there. So there's a video of the 3 slugs that I shot to zero the laser. I'll try and pull one of them out. Here's what the bullet looks like before you fire it, and that's the empty casing there. Let's see if I can get one of these to come out. This is 3/4 inch pied wood. It feels pretty soft. There we go. Starting to get one to come out there. That's the slug. And they go in maybe just a couple millimeters below the surface of the wood. It would definitely hurt if you got hit with that thing, but surprising how quiet they are. So there's a view of the laser. Got it turned on, and it's being held by this dial indicator jig here. And I've got some epoxy put down in there that I'm setting it into place.